Now.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. This evening we've got Luyolo Yiba, and he is the 2019 Idol winner, and he'll be telling us about his experiences as an idol. But before we jump into that, Rev, kindly could you open for us in prayer so that we're able to hear about what it is to be an idol?
Come, let us pray. Masithandaze egameni loyise nelonyana nelomoya ongcwele yisewe Nkosi yethu enguYesu Kristu mdaluli womhlaba. Once more again, Lord, we give you honor, glory, power, and dominion. We want to thank you, Lord, again for another new week that we are here, Lord, in this place of empowerment and reaching each other with knowledge and impacting our lives. Nangu Nkosi Luyolo, umntwana wakho kaYiba ephambi kwethu, ozasipha Nkosi indlela ehambileyo, kodwa Nkosi sikubulela ngaye, sikubulela ngempilo yakhe. Xa siqala ke Nkosi oluhlelo namhlanje si-invite Lord your presence in this place. Bless us, God, be with us all. Abaphulaphula emakhaya basikelele Nkosi bathamsanqelise ubangcwalise ngayo uYesu Kristu Nkosi yethu. Amen.
Amen. And in Christ's name we receive. I'm going to briefly introduce our guest by reading the biography that he sent to us. And then I'll give over to him because I'm sure we're waiting to hear him speak. And some of us are crossing fingers and hoping that he'll give us a note or two. Luyolo Yiba is last year's idol, as I've mentioned. Hailing from the Eastern Cape, Luyolo Yiba was crowned the Idols SA Season 15 winner in a glittering awards ceremony hosted at Carnival City on Sunday, 17th November 2019, and televised live to millions of Mzansi Magic viewers. Throughout the 15th season, 186 million votes were cast altogether, making the 15th season the season with the highest votes to date. Additionally, the show trended in the #1 spot on various social media platforms every Sunday. Due to his soulful voice and his reception by his fans, Luyolo is fondly compared to the international singing and megastar John Legend. Luyolo is the first male winner of the competition since 2015. His social media presence and renown continue to grow since his win. His debut single, Sunshine Through the Rain, has garnered much attention on YouTube audio and has received 156,000 views. The matching music video has received 94,000 views within a few weeks of him taking the Idols title. Luyolo leans towards Afro Soul in his musical selections. However, he shares that his time on Idols has taught him the importance of versatility and creativity across different genres. He has a keen interest to try his hand, or some of us will say chords, at different styles too. Along with his prize money and the vehicle from Ford, Luyolo is signed to Gallo Record Company on a 3-year recording contract. Now that was quite an extensive introduction of our speaker this evening. Let us hear what his personal experiences are being an idol. Luyolo, the stage is yours. Brothers and sisters, please keep your comments coming on the Facebook group. We will go to your comments as soon as our guest is done speaking, and then I will facilitate the Q&A in the comments. Please be nice, please be kind, but keep the comments and questions flowing. For now, let us give our ears and attention to our guest. Luyolo, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. That was a long intro. Okay, so my name is Luyolo. Yiba is my surname. Coming from, born and bred from the Eastern Cape. Then I went to I'm just doing a quick intro. I went to school, what's called the Force Malan. From there, went to varsity, Walter Sisulu University. That's where I did my IT. Some people don't know that I actually have a diploma and a BTech in IT. So yeah, during all of that, okay, from high school, varsity, and to where I am now, music has always been there. Music has always been my thing. As far as I can remember, I started, I started hearing myself from another device or from a recording. When I think I was still 11, 12. I actually recorded on E. In fact, I didn't even care what the other people could hear on the other side because I was recording using E voicemail service, that voicemail thing. So I recorded by, and I was like, oh, this is how I sound, you know. And then from there, it has been like, I then started pushing in terms of becoming a better singer or better, you know, musician. And then, yeah, I decided to enter Idols last year. And yeah, I got to win the competition, which was really something else. So my journey on Idols, the journey was, people think that being on Idols, it's very easy. Go there, you just sing, you know, and it's not that easy. I had a very interesting journey. So I started off, one thing that people don't know, or some people don't know, is that I actually started, I auditioned for the first time last year, but I started in PE. I went to auditions in PE. They had auditions prior, and yeah, I got a call later on saying, sorry, but you did not make it. I'm like, what? I did not make it, you know. So I then, because initially I always wanted to go to Cape Town. In fact, that was my initial plan, going to Cape Town to audition in Cape Town, you know. However, my boss at the time was like, dude, if ilapha lento, kutheni ungasukuye apha, you know, ayonto esokolisayo, nemali izawukhatha i-course. If uke awuphumelelanga, then uzobona uba uzawuphinda uye njani phaya, you know, and then you can continue. I've been sitting here like, I was like, hey, I don't have the money for all of this, bruh. The only money I have now is to go to Cape Town, and that's where I see myself, you know. And then he said, he's a very great guy, being the great guy that he is, he was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll pay for you to go to PE and come back, you know. And then, yeah, I went to PE. I didn't get it. And then the following week was Cape Town. So I went with my plan. I went back. I was like, I don't understand, you know. I went there, very long line compared to PE. Very, very long line. Because I remember ndafika phaya about 8 in the morning, and yeah, I was very late because already there were people who slept there, you know. So yeah, it's yeah, it becomes hectic. People sleep there. Abanye bafike very early, like babekhona abantu babesithi yo sifike ngo-40 na gqoma yo akalo ngo-4 mna bendisaphupha benzagqibezela ukuphupha ngelo xesha, you know. So got there, I auditioned. So before TV, there's like, yeah, this is the other thing, because now I was like, what? This is what happens. There are 3 rounds before TV. In fact, TV is the 3rd round, right? Yeah, TV is the third round. So you first audition for a vocal coach, and then audition for the directors, and then you go on TV. So yeah, it's not like you go on TV straight up, you know, as we think, you know. So I did that, auditioned, went through, auditioned again, and then I got the call later on that I made it, which was great. Now, we then auditioned for the judges. Yeah, it was something else, eh? The pressure, because now, when you audition for the judges, you like, hey, I'm gonna be starstruck by these people, you know, they're celebrities, and now the pressure is on because first of all, these people are celebrities. Secondly, they're gonna judge me, and thirdly, there's TV that's like gonna be there, you know, everyone is gonna see what I did. If the floppy, then I flop like for everybody, you know. So it's not that intimate, you know, thing that was happening where you audition for producers and all of that. Yeah, Puma, you just hear. Now it's gonna be national, even international. It's gonna be seen internationally as well. So you're like, hey, there's a lot of panic. There's a lot of panic behind it. What's much more crazier is that whilst doing that, whilst being there in your own state of mind, you know, you're thinking of all of this thing, you're hearing people singing there, left, right. You're like, oh my God, yo, up. And then you hear, man, okay, at least I think in my chance, you know. So naleyo nje, it's pressure as well, because you're like, hey, there's gonna be too much talent for me to be part of, you know, Ababantu Baketiwe and the Golden Ticket winners and all of that. Then went in, auditioned, yeah, and then I got my 4 yeses. Which was really great. I was like, oh, okay. And it's crazy how after that, the support from everyone, you know, to get me to number one, you know, to get me to winning stages. The support was so crazy. Like, it's something that I'll see Aspire. Well, now speaking, we experience when I went there, I wasn't thinking of there will be people who will support me and all of that. The only people I knew that were going to support me was, number one, my family, and number two, my colleagues, because I knew about Ichonga. They will push. I didn't think of like everyone now getting to a point where they are pushing for me, you know, which was really, really amazing. You know, sometimes it just shows you that just do it. Yeah, well, you don't have to overthink it. Just go on. You never know what's gonna happen, you know. So I auditioned, got the golden ticket. Now the problem was now keeping it from other people, because now I have this golden ticket here. Now I have to keep it from other people. I can't tell people about I have this golden ticket because it hasn't aired, you know. It was a problem. But I feel as though, yes, it was a problem. However, the golden ticket was a problem, but however, making it to top 17, well, to us it was top 17, but it's top 16 generally, was even much more worse. Because you're now excited, you know, you're excited, you want to tell people, you want to tell your friends, you want to tell everyone, but at the same time, you're like, hey, what if they get too excited and then they start telling people and then it spreads all over, you know? So I was like, hey, let me not say anything. I remember I told them like a few people. I told obviously the parents. I told my sisters. I then went on and told, I think, 3 or 4 of my friends. Now here comes the part now. When you appear on TV, people are like, and all of that, you know, and you're like, hey guys, yeah, I couldn't. I can't believe this. One year, you know, it's all of that, but it's all love, man. It's all love. Because page A1, now, you know. And then went in the competition, top 16, top 10, you know, godly prizes for top 10, which were incredible. And we went down with the power top 10, top 16, top 10, following a Kabika cool. Yeah, well, people about the other contestants, I can see about they going live, talking to their supporters, and the numbers are increasing in social media. I'm like, because I'm me late numbers, you know. People are sitting at 35,000 followers. I'm out here, I'm not sitting at like 2,000. Like top 16 when I'm sitting at like 2,000. I'm like, yo, I know. Yeah. Shonga, manding I chong social media. It depends on we talent like it was that crazy. I don't know how much time I have because I talk. Okay. All right. Thank you. So yes, me panicking once more. But I remembered, I then remembered, you know, man, the support I have been getting from my parents, you know, was one thing that really helped me out. Because when you are in such a competition, you need that support structure. You know, you don't need people, because already people outside are making their own comments about you, you know, and how they see you. You know, people can be ruthless. You know, they say a lot of things that can hurt you, you know, and they to some point forget that you are human as well, you know, and the same way that it would hurt for you to tell them that, to say anything that's really negative to them, Kanjal, is the same way it would hurt them as well, you know. So I'm really appreciative of my parents, my sisters, you know, because they were there at a point where there were doubts. Even for myself, I was like, hey, ababando and it was always a problem in the song choice. You know, but also that process is not that easy. Like, that's the other thing. People become too much on a band when it comes to song choice, forgetting that the process, or not even thinking, the process is not that easy. Because it's not that easy you don't just wake up in the morning, you're like, yeah, well, you don't need, it doesn't happen like that, you know. There's a whole procedure and process of it that happens. And I don't want to chaza yonke into, because nabantu abafuna ungenela funa bazibonele, you know, because I think imosha ifan to it into yokuchaza about what goes on and all yonke land, going deeper. It iphelisa laa nto uba uthi, hey, I wonder kuzakwenzeka ntoni, you know. Like, for example, when we were there were people most of bebesengenele, you know, and then they like, yabona ke ngoku uzawuya kwi-stage esithile ku-10 ku-20 guys andifuna uyazi manke ndothuke nam you know, andifuna uyazi manke ndothuke, because what's crazy is that bayayithetha loo nto kuba babengenele the previous year. Kanti this year it's different, like they're gonna do it differently. So wena ngokuthi gqi ulungiselele lena gqi ngenye ngoku uqonda uba awusakwazi nokubuyela kuye laa mntu uthi hayi bo you know, because abethetha nge-experience yakhe naye. But then, yeah, so going back, people started catching on kakulu, top 10. Well, top 10 now, it was still a bit tricky. I think started like top 8, top 7, you know, catching on. And then that's where like I got people supporting, you know. I got like people really supporting. Yeah, one person that I really am appreciative of throughout the whole experience of like supporting me is Michelle Myth. I really appreciate her work because she was also helping me out. Like akandas nondas, you know, but ufuna what's best for me when it comes to winning the competition, you know. I was like, when she approached me, I was like, what do you want in return? You know, what is it that you want in return? What's happening here? You know, so God blesses you with those people, you know. We're not going to ask, but you're going to meet up with abantu who are going to push other people to do amazing things for you, you know. God has really been on my side, Kakulu, and Nyani, praying is very important. Anywho, I then go to top 4. Yashuba ke ngokinda. Ziyakhipha ke ngoku yabo. Serious, very serious and critical stages. In fact, what I noticed good top was a top 6. I noticed about, hey man, you know what? Iyaphela le competition. Yeah. And I haven't necessarily taken time to enjoy the competition. I'm always out here trying so hard to make it to the next round, you know, trying so hard to please abantu bangaphandle. And this is like a once in a lifetime experience, you know. So let me enjoy and make the most out of it, you know. After I told myself that, and yeah, I kept on reciting in the mama we top 32, where she called me the other day. She was like, hey, all right, did you go right? But you don't. And the pressure at that time was so real. Imagine that was still top 32. Did you? Straight up. You know, and you get people doing as runs as and playing with their voices. You're like, yo, you know, I can't even do it. And you feel as though abantu eyonanto bayifuna, like the public, is those type of runs and all of that. And there's not no runs. Back up. But oh, okay, this is called a run. This is called a riff. Okay, this is called an octave, you know, of which that's what I wanted initially. You know, entering the competition, I just wanted experience, you know, and learning more about music, not winning, I wasn't looking at that, not money, not whatever, car, whatever. That came with the hard work, you know. And then yeah, Saya got top 4, top 3. Yeah, was I to the US. We went to the US. It was crazy because one thing that people don't understand is that my first flight ever was through the competition. And keep in mind, I'm not paying for it. I didn't pay for it, you know. My first flight ever, moving from one province to another, was through the competition, number one. My first flight going out of the country was through the competition. I never paid for it, you know. My family's first flight as well, you know, was through me succeeding in the competition, you know. So that for me is like, you know, because I yeah, man, you know, hands over emotional, guys. I could man know I know my emotional from my band. But anyway, yeah, so it's really huge. Like it's a huge opportunity, you know. It's really a big platform because we got to the States and then we're like, okay, we're roaming around, and then abantu besithi oh man, Luyolo, no. You're like, what? Even in the States, you know, I am known. So it's a huge platform, you know. I can go top 2 Darwin, you know. So that's my experience with idols. Yeah.
All right, so it seems like you're just leaving us there. So you're not.
Yeah. Do you wanna go after idols?
I mean, just a 2-minute snippet on what it is to be an idol. Your experiences as an idol.
Okay, as an idol. Okay, so my experiences as an idol. You know, it's very tricky to give the overview of it because we sisuga tricky times too much. Mm-hmm. Like when COVID happened, everything just shut down. Yeah, well, so some people might look at my experience as that's all you get, nah? Okay, that's maybe it could have been more, but for me it was this, you know. I mean, you get a car, guys. Then you know, then license. Ndingayazi uba ndizayifumana nini imoto, but ndiyayazi uba ndizoyifumana, you know. And now, because of the hard work and effort you put in kulendo that you were doing, you got to get a car ongayibhataliyo, you know. Everything is paid up. Like it's everything. Like it's amazing, man. It's mind blowing to think that you can move from to this live, that's like you are well known. Everyone is just coming to you. Hi man, aren't you Luyolo? You know, take a picture and even Mosi Joburg, well, that's like I won up at Joburg, you know. That's like I won, and that was like with you know, in high school, you know. Sazo recorder up and then saboni so I can say is now excited. And then but now being known as this guy, that is huge. Queen now that and all of that is something, man. You know, going to a place, go to a man. Even Nango, it's crazy because people notice you go fuck a mask. Yeah, well, ati umbon ba uchungi la chong style. Amane chong apans apinda chong. Uyambona ba okay, uyayazi lenda yakuyo. Uyayazi lenda yakuyo ba uzawuthi hayi man, aren't you, you know? But abanye bon ba awufuna udiba ubanike lando. Because I mean it's tough times, it's not sick. COVID and all of that. So now you have to keep your distance as well from people, you know. And then abanye babona ba hayi ude ahambe okuthandabuza okumane kujonga yabo mane kujonga koma no hayi ngathi nguye lo, you know. So it's crazy, man, when you get the love from the people, you know. It's amazing. It's at times overwhelming because fika abantu, you know. Before COVID happened, go be saying yo, I bengasakwazi nohambe mall. Yeah, but because abantu befika bathi hey sifuna ufota na, and that's the other thing. Umuntu eqise sithi ndavota isasoze sosungenzile lo nto leyo. You know. It's crazy, but it's all love, man. It's all love, and I really appreciate all of that love. You know, it's a beautiful thing to get, you know. Yeah.
Luyolo, thank you for letting us in on your personal experiences and some of your reflections along the journey. We have a few comments on our Facebook page. I haven't come across a question yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Brothers and sisters of the audience, please bear with me if I do not pronounce your name or your surname properly, please.
Yeah, okay.
So, Kalani Liam says we are here.
Yeah.
Puma Nicholas Kahinga, I think, says Molo Yolos Nkaya wam. Molweni nonke.
Kaya.
Nawe nkosazana ndibulisile ngegama lomfeli wam uYesu Kristu. Amen.
Amen.
And then got Ndibanisi Philiso who says, Hayibo, nanku umisile.
Whoa, yeah. Abantu, whoa. Whoa.
And then Mercy just sends a few emojis. And then Nolulu says, I love Wesley Guild. Michelle, you says, I've always said, respect your craft. I've got your back always.
I've got your back. That's her. That's
right.
her. Yeah.
And then Michelle continues to say, Jolawe too. Michelle, I hope you've seen the comment that follows there from Luyolo Beku, because that is for you and not for the rest.
Yeah, that's my manager.
Yes, your manager. So
which is crazy because my manager is also Luyolo.
When I read it the first time, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then Dolly Mpongoma says, oh, yini na shame. Apiwe Nonai says, can we hear of his music on this platform as well? Like I said, not gonna request them. Right?
You can definitely hear. You must play my music, guys.
No, but you must sing a note, and then we are gonna go get your music.
No. But the person didn't say about I must sing. He said on this platform as well.
Yeah.
All right. No, man. So
one-liner. Oh, one-liner.
One-liner. Okay. So there's a new single of mine that is already out. That is recently out, called Sunday Lane. It's out on all digital platforms. Abantu can go there and stream it, download it. Really helps us as well as artists, you know. Langoma, yeah, and Sunday Cooper, guys. So please, let's take it there. Yeah, well, let's take it where it's supposed to be. I mean, I got my album coming up, you know, so I'll be doing like a album tour, launch type of vibe. Like it's me preparing you for the album and what you can expect in the album, you know. So it's not the actual launch of the album, but it's me preparing you towards, you know, getting the album and you getting to understand what you can expect, you know. However, there's a Sondela, you can go and yeah, please please go and support, guys. I would really appreciate that. But I will support if I music app uthi Sondela, you know, by Luyolo. But I feel like everybody means okay, you call Luyolo Yiba, and then I've got like 4 songs already out. Yeah, so let's stream it, guys, please.
I'm waiting for my one-liner from Lo Sondelo Tetangai.
Yeah, one line. So okay, so Sondela stand up, baby mamela, difuna wena lo. Sondela stand, please, baby mamela, difuna wena lo. Sondela stand, baby mamela, difuna wena lo, difuna wena. Difuna Sondela stand, please, baby mamela, difuna wena lo. Now and low, baby. Yeah, that's like the chorus of it. It's a vibey song. I hope that people enjoy it, and yeah, please go and stream it. Yeah.
Cool. Back to the comments.
All right.
He says, proud supporter wasekonge. I can never say king.
Wasekonge. Thank you, Apiwe.
My husband has tried 1,000,000 times. Laila Mukhale answer says, Luyolo, after winning 1 million at age 24, what have you learned about money in the past year?
Okay, first of all, I learned that money is just figures, right? Even though, Tina, we have this huge perception that when you have money, you know, it's the one thing, you know, it's just figures. They and it's either period. Yeah, well, when you get to that point, like getting 1 million, obviously when you're seeing it for the first time, you're like, woo. I've never seen so many zeros in a bank account registered under me, you know. But then when those zeros then change to 99999, that's when you see that's when you start panicking as well about, oh, yeah, pela moklenda, you know. It's just figures, so it doesn't. Abandu. We have this whole perception of money being like the thing, you know. But if I'll call right, if you don't like mentally, and if you don't focus or whatever, imali I own at the end of the day. Yeah, man, it's like I sound facing Jan. I just want to go up. Yes, but for me, like it's not something that can be like you can brag about. Even though about Gebeans alone, but for me, it's like, dude, yeah, well, it's not that serious. it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, well, obviously, like having a lot of it, yeah, I mean, it can change. I mean, it changed my life, you know. I'm living in Joburg now. I have to push this, this career of mine. I have my apartment here, you know, I have my own stuff, you know. However, man, it's nothing. Yeah.
And then some more comments. See, Hle says, Jola. And then Dini Kwarani saying, is calling others to come and see this talented Luyolo, but she also says, the humble, talented Idols winner.
Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I think the question Esty is asking now is going to be a bit of a contentious one. So feel free not to answer it. Right?
I think I know that question.
The question is, who's your favorite Idols now? In the
hi, guys! Like for real, you can't ask that. What type of question is that, guys? Don't be like that. And then you wanna go and write fire on the wall about wanna post about Luyolo, no ways, guys. I believe that they are all talented, man. In their own way, like it's beautiful to see and watch, you know, especially knowing yonke lando yenzeka Idols, you know, being part of it, and then also like being outside of it. Yeah, well, like it's really, yeah, because you know about, oh, okay, probably kwenzeke le nto ngenxa yokuba kwenzeke le nalena kwenzeke le kwathini, oh, maybe bebesenza into ethile, you know. So it's exciting to watch, but like I said, man, they're really talented. Wonke umuntu shemophaya is talented ngendlela yakhe, you know. So yeah, they are all my favorites. Thank you.
Because time is not on our side, I'm going to read the last question, and then I'm going to do a bit of a recap, and then we close today's session. Okay, these two questions kind of go hand in glove. Tumeka, Norma Dube, and Dini Dimukharani are basically asking the same question. Whether with financial winnings you have contributed to the community or to charity in any other way? In any way?
Well, first of all, let me just because people the thing is, people like feeling like control or say when it comes to like people's businesses, and it becomes man, I don't know how many, and I don't like saying I don't like saying about because at the end of the day, and it's my own heart. But I will share anyway since you asked. So man, it's been tough for people during this COVID. You know, it's been tough for everyone. You know, but I did my fair share of contributions to people that were, you know, texting me about, hey guys, go be family, friends, you know, people that I don't know. I like Anditando Lendo because now I like to be the guy you know, when it comes to Ezis, you know, and yeah, you can watch case and but I don't like coming up and saying about I jonga but I have done that. It was tough, guys. That's all I can say. Like, to people, it was really tough. And watching that, and you know, thinking about Obakubongu tough, and then you get to hear people's stories, you get to see people's stories. Like, it got to a point where I don't even care about but you know, as a story is so, yeah, it's so hard that you have no chance but to, you know, to share what you have. So I definitely have, and yeah, I will continue doing so, man, because you need each and every person. Like Ubomi is even though we're not Jonge, even though when ujonge uba kubomi abahajonga didibana nobanibani cha, like life is all about this cycle, you know. You need that person or as much as you need that person high companies, you know. So it's always great, man, to and la feeling is something in a source change, you know. I mean, I did that even before I became the winner. I was doing that, you know. But yeah, to answer your question, I did, guys.
Yimali yakho yike wedwa nabo bathandwa nguwe.
No, yes, Maliam, but I'm not sure about that.
Comment, it's not from me. On just what you've shared with us this evening. When you spoke about your nerves when other people were holding their notes and you were like, I can get it. I thought of, you know, when you have an exam?
Yeah.
There's always that girl who's got study materials, zonke plus the extra study.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she'll always come and say, did you study what?
Exactly. It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. Especially like in those stages, top 54, top 32. Yeah. Because kaloku nonke nicula kule ndawo eyi-1. So uzawuva lo esitsho uqonda uba yho, heyi, jonga, iyacula lo. Tiza. Andikwazi noyifika laa ndawo. Forgetting that it's not about the second person. You know, one thing that le nto bendiyithetha ngomama into ayithethile kum was that focus on you.
Yeah.
Focus on your life. Focus on what you can achieve, because that's all you have. You know, ayeka abanye abantu ngendawo, because a gift ifunikwe wena.
Yeah.
You know, so that really helped me out. Kwi situations where I was panicking, but yo, hayi kutheni ngathi apha, and kuba khona ezanto ke kuqonda ba kutheni ngathi, because you start thinking a lot, overthinking things, yabo. So ubone mhlawumbi ingathi lona ingathi kutheni ngathi hlile eyakhe hlisiwe eyakhe kutheni ngathi into, those things build up, yabo, ziyenzeke ezo nto, and this yoba funeke ufocus kuwe really helped me a lot into staying in my lane again, because bensakhoba kwezinye lanes abantu ba kwenzeka ntoni, you know, and then yeah. So yeah, I know.
What I took from that was, don't overthink.
Yeah, most definitely.
Do it.
Do think, but don't overthink.
Do it. If you've got to drive towards it, shoot your shot, do it.
Most definitely. I feel as though Yabana do it like is the one. Because for me, I mean, I didn't succeed at BE. We don't stages, we prelims, like, but I was like, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna go there, and I'm still gonna sing again. I'm still gonna perform. I'm still gonna. It's la persistence, man. You know, now you're done. That's why most of my songs, love, hope, and what? Yeah, it basically revolves around those two things. You know, just bringing hope to people. Can you guys be hopeful, man? Because xa ningazenzi izinto enifuna uzenza nijonga ubomi babanye abantu nithi hayi at least wena wenza into okwaziyo ithandayo ntoni ngelo xesha wena you know exactly uba uthanda ntoni, but you don't want to do it or you're scared of it, you know. Just take that leap, man.
My third reflection is, regardless of how difficult it is, there are things we should be quiet about because the time is not yet manifest. And when the time is manifest, it is then time to speak of those things.
Most definitely. Most
Something
definitely. That's a very powerful point.
I think it is difficult for us in the current climate of violence, of selfishness, to trust in the genuine goodness of human nature.
Yeah.
I think when you spoke about Michelle, for me, it reiterated that the genuineness of wanting to do for another simply for the sake of doing for another is still quite pertinent and it's still important. And there are still people who will genuinely come into your life and give and do genuinely, you know.
Most definitely.
And my reflection was, let us not look or overlook those gift horses because we are so worried about, you know, once bitten, twice shy, or whatever it is. Another point I took, my second last one, you mentioned how you not only caught your first flight due to the competition, but so did your family, you know? And there's this idea of the extended self concept that we speak about in psychology when we speak about the African perspective in its view of the person. And for me, you saying that, look, my change, my experiences, my advancements were also firsts for others. And therefore, the impact was a ripple effect on others. Remind me then that whatever it is that we do, wherever it is that we do it, we must take into cognizance that even if it is unintended, there are consequences for those most closest to us on the basis of what we decide to do and what we decide to say.
100%.
My last question on what you said is be mindful. Mindfulness, again, from psychology, is about being present. It's about being present in the moment. And it is about not robbing yourself of the present. And fully engaging yourself with the present. For me, what you reminded me of was often life is full of anxiety. Often life is full of multiple stresses. Often there are stresses on each one of our shoulders. And listening to those and being overconsumed, and it's okay to listen, but being overconsumed with those such that you don't know what the moment was, robs you of a moment you have lived. And therefore, I think our idol today is telling us that whatever you're doing, regardless of the tugs and the pulls, regardless of the anxieties and the sleepless nights, be present. Feel the anxiety, feel the joy, feel the excitement, feel the hopelessness, feel the hopefulness, because cumulatively those are what builds our experience. And I hope those little reflective points that I've taken have summed up some of the crux ideas that you wanted to share with us in terms of your journey and not just the anecdotal memories that you were sharing with us. Most
definitely. I feel as though you perfectly summed it up. Those points are so, like, even for myself, you know, when you mention those points, I'm like, I said that. You know. So I feel as though you really summed it up, you know. Life is not about boom. You know, we tend to take life so serious, you know. And wonke umuntu uyagowisha, whether uhleli phi, wonke umuntu uyagowisha, whether uyi-president, whether usestratweni, wonke umuntu uyagowisha, kubi everywhere, yabo, everyone. That's why kindness towards people ibalulekile, yabo. You have to be kind, you have to be respectful, you have to do that, because wonke umuntu uhamba indlela yakhe. And we are all trying to figure out this thing called life. We get here, we try to figure out, hey, what's next? Umuntu oze ngaphambi kwakho uzakuchazela nge-experiences zakhe in order to guide you wena usemva kwakhe, you know. So we are all trying to figure it out, guys. No one is perfect. wonke umuntu uyazenza mistakes, wonke umuntu uyangena kwizinto, you know, like it's life. You know, most definitely. So, but however, I really appreciate, man, this interview. Like, it's one of those interviews that I can look back and be like, oh man, this was like a beautiful interview on my side. Because there are times where the Diago interview, and then when the Bepaya, but the from Omnium to Tampa City, that was a good interview. It was, ne? You know. But this one, I really enjoy the interview because I got to talk and, you know, tibonisa abantu my view of whatever has happened ebomini bam from and till now. So I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, this was a breath of fresh air.
Brothers and sisters, thank you for staying tuned with us this evening. We started at 6:15. It is almost 7:15. And from my turn, when I was a presenter, you realized that I'm very time conscious. Reverend Ndumiso, please could you close for us in prayer so that we use the time that has been allotted to us this evening. Thank you very much, Brother Luyolo, and all the best and God bless with your future.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who is tuned in, watching now, and supporting. Please remember, single is out. Sandela, available on all digital platforms. The album is coming. Single.
Thank you very much, Luyolo. Thank you, Nalina. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this session. Siyakubulela Nkosi ngomntwana wakho uLuyolo. Zininzi Nkosi izinto ozibekile ebomini bakhe. Zininzi Nkosi izinto osozamenzela zona. Siyamthandazela ke somandla. Sibulela Nkosi ukuzithoba kwakhe. Sibulela Nkosi ukululama kwakhe. Kakade Nkosi isiqalo sobulumko kukoyika wena. Msikelele ke somandla umngcwalise. Lungise Nkosi indlela yakhe. Sithandazela Nkosi nansi Nkosi nale album yakhe entsha kaSondela. Siyayisondeza somandla. Sithandazela Nkosi into yoba uphinde uvule Nkosi amanye amathuba, uphinde Nkosi umlungiselele indlela, ngoba Nkosi uthe wena uyasilungiselela isithebe phambi kwentshaba zethu, uyithambise ngeoli inhloko yethu. Umngcwalise, usikelele Nkosi abaphulaphuli bonke emakhaya, kwindawo ngendawo abahleli kuzo nasemakhayeni onke. Usiphilise Nkosi, usomeleze ekugqibeleni malutho ufefele Nkosi yethu nguYesu Kristu. Uthando lukaThixo nguyise, ubudlelwano bukaMoya Oyingcwele buhlale buphumule kuthi sonke nasemakhayeni ethu ukusukela ngoku kude bengunaphakade. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Mkhaya. All the best.
Thank you so much, Diabulen.